tất cả các quý vị. Hôm nay là ngày Chủ nhật. Quý vị có khỏe hay không? How's your week? Good morning, Marianne. We're gonna do like the comparing between the traditional monomer versus the odorless. Hôm nay mình sẽ trở lại chương trình với cái đề tài là cái sự so sánh giữa cái không mùi, cái nước double không mùi và cái loại nước double traditional là bình thường, cái căn bản nhất của double đó là cái nước double traditional và một cái gọi là không mùi odorless. So what is it different from the besides the formula, definitely different from each other. And here I have two different ones. Đây là hai cái chai khác nhau nha quý vị. Một cái không mùi và cái màu xanh là cái không mùi và cái màu đỏ là cái traditional. So this one is a structure traditional monomer and versus the structure odorless monomer. Okay. What's the differences? Let's put it to the test. And besides is odorless, so it doesn't smell, and this one is traditional monomer. I worked with the traditional monomer for so long, so to tell you the truth is that this one is not really smelly as it's some of the traditional monomer out there that in the market that I know of. You would know the differences once you open and pour it out to the dish. And hi Vibeka, good morning. So I use two different. This is the traditional, and this is the I pour it out. This is the odorless, and let's put it to the test and see what's the differences between them. Okay. Right here on the it's the same label. If you want to know the ingredients behind this, you can get into the. We do have the sheet. What happened? Okay. We have the sheet for to spell out what the ingredients are for the odorless versus the traditional as well on our website. And nếu mà quý vị muốn biết là cái chất ở trong cái odorless monomer này là cái không mùi và cái mà có mùi thì không phải là có mùi mà là traditional monomer như thế nào, thì quý vị có thể bước vào cái trang web của chúng tôi nha. Thì chúng tôi sẽ có cái những cái mà cái trang giấy mà dữ liệu về những cái hóa chất mà nằm ở trong cái odorless và cái traditional cho quý vị xem. Of course, it is an EMA, an EMA kind of monomer, and of course not MMA. All right. So if you need to have a printout and you guys are solely use the KUPA's monomers, then you can print that out, and with State Board, they will require you to have that sheet spelling out what the ingredients is all about, and they would want to see the EMA label and then no MMA, all right? Because MMA is banned for all the state that I know in America, of course. For other countries, I have no idea, but I only know for this. Biết là ở Mỹ thì thường là chúng tôi chỉ biết là cái loại nước đắp bột nào và được chấp thuận cho dùng và cái loại nào bị cấm không được dùng nha quý vị. Since I place it out per your request, I will place it on, and you can see the differences between between the two, the odorless monomer versus the traditional. So we have different sizes. This one is the 2 ounce. This is the 8 ounce. So you see the differences. Oh, thank you. Thank you for noticing. I love wearing and supporting local artists. There you are. This is the 32 ounce. So that you know there are differences between the size. Đó là những cái cỡ mà của cái bình khác nhau nha quý vị. Có cái 2 ounce, cái 8 ounce và cái 32 ounce. Okay. Alright, so I don't know if you guys connected with my Facebook or not, but I'm mastering that crazy it. Pennywise. That is one of the thing I will be involved with. I will present in the KUPA Connect October 7th for the Halloween designs from A through Z, and we do have workbooks for each of the design that our educators team will present it to you that day from A through Z. So looking forward to see you guys on October 7th as well. And thank you for the really good response from the AZ Arizona Repair Center website. Arizona website has the 30% off for the next machine, and some other merchandise as well. And right, and if you want to take advantage and you have not get your hand onto the next machine, please help yourself. Please get in there so that you can see what our discount, really good discount for the holidays coming up as well. You can present that for or thinking about giving away, giving someone the best machine. Here we are. The next machine is available for you to purchase as well. Okay, cái website của Arizona có 30% off nha quý vị. Đang khuyến mãi 30% off cho cái máy Next, là cái máy mà dũa thịnh hành nhất và mới nhất của chúng tôi, mới ra lò. Thành ra kính mời quý vị bước vào tham khảo và tham quan coi cái website của chúng tôi đang có 30% khuyến mãi cho quý vị. Okay, so I hope your week has been good, been kind of cooling off right now. So therefore, everywhere is more of a fall. Well, we're falling off the 3 digits. That's what promised by tomorrow, but we're still dancing with that 103, 105 kind of ish in Arizona. So it's still hot, but not that scorching hot like we have had before. Cái thời tiết nó đã bắt đầu sang mùa thu, nhưng mà Arizona vẫn còn 100 lẻ mấy độ quý vị ơi. Chắc là ngày mai trở đi thì họ hứa rằng là sẽ xuống thành có 9 mấy, dưới 100 độ. Thành ra cái mùa này rất là dễ bệnh. It's this season like changing, so everyone is like easily for children to get sick, and for us too. Oh, these earrings, I don't mean to advertising for them, but Marianne, I got it from the local artist here, and I thought it's something fun besides just my uniform, but but anyways, so I have prepared myself like 2 different brushes. One is for the odorless, and the other one is for, this is size 10, all right? and one for the traditional. So I'm gonna place it right here so we can get into that. All right. So if you have to sample one, I have to sample one that we can get into. I'm gonna do one so that you guys have an idea of what the regular monomer is all about. Okay, and then I'm gonna do an ombre for you using one of the monomer. Okay, so let's go into traditional monomer and see. We're gonna get a just a bead of acrylic and see what it looks like. Okay, and versus the other one, I'm using the cover pink real quick. So let me see. To answer your question, you guys, this is your request to see the differences between these two. All right, let's go into traditional first, okay? Và Mia sẽ dùng IBG Nails Blanca. Hi Blanca. Is that your name, Blanca? I'm not sure. I apologize if I didn't, know the name to announce. Okay, so this is traditional. Okay, let's see. The way I pick up the acrylic bead, it's the same way on the other one to see what's the differences. Okay, đây là hai cái loại nước đắp bột khác nhau. Mình thử coi, mình so sánh nha quý vị. So I turn it over and then I place it on there. Okay, and that's the traditional. Okay, đây là cái loại mà traditional này nha quý vị. All right. It's just right. Well, I think it's just right. Let's do this first bead with the traditional. Okay. I usually turn it over, like after I pick up a bead and then turn it over so that it's the acrylic would be, workable and ready to apply. Okay. So cái cục bột đầu tiên là mình lấy cái nước traditional. This is traditional. Okay. And I'm gonna place this on the side and let's go in and do the odorless and see the differences. The smell, I can't even tell the odorless. Of course, it's like not as profound like the other one, not as strong. However, the one that the traditional is not bad either. I mean, let's go in and đây là cái không mùi nha quý vị. And see how it behaves. Same way that I turn around. It doesn't, I honestly think it's a little bit runnier. Maybe it's runnier to me. It's runnier, okay? The way that I pick up is the same way. And let's do one more bead. Mình nghĩ là cái mà không mùi nó có vẻ như nó chảy hơn là cái loại mà bình thường nha quý vị, cái traditional. Okay, I'm just putting it to the test side by side for you to see. I can still see it's moving. It's still I'm still able to molding it around. I feel like the odorless is more runnier than the other one. Let's try one more bead and see. Okay, this way. I'm gonna turn it over just like the other one. It doesn't turn shiny like like the other one. So if you, I mean, the way it sits on there is I feel like it's a bit runnier than the other one. Okay. Okay. That's 2 beads on there already. The way it settles is a little bit different. Okay. So when I pick up that bead, okay, let's put it in there, and I bring it over here, waiting for it to get shine. It's not shiny, okay? It's not shiny at all, but it's still, it's not dry to where you can't, you know, you can't move it, you know? It's still moving, but it's just not like having the shininess to it. The chemical reaction is a little different, okay? And it's still runny on, and I'm able to move it still, you know, once it's on there, okay? So that you know. Okay, let's go for the other one, back to the traditional on top of it, and see the differences, okay? Okay. Mia nghĩ rằng là cái mà không mùi á, nó có vẻ như là nó không có, khi mà mình lật ngược cái cục bột đó, thường thường mình đợi tí xíu là cho nó chín hơn tí xíu nữa thì nó lại bóng lộn lên nha quý vị. Nhưng mà cái thằng mà không có mùi nó lại không bóng nha. Nó là cái loại cái chất mà cái hóa chất nó khác nhau, và nó hình như là nó chảy hơn nha quý vị. Okay, and then this one, same thing. I turn it around and I see it turns shiny. You see that? It turns shiny. And then I place it on there. It's drier. The more I leave it like that, it's like, see, it's like not as runny as the other. Okay, still workable. So if you were to work with the monomer, different monomer, if you work with the odorless, you just have to take less of the monomer on your brush, otherwise it's going to be very runny. You know what I'm saying? So nếu mà Mia là cái người mà dùng, nếu mình chọn cái loại nước đắp bột mà không mùi thì quý vị nên lấy nước ít thôi nha, tại vì không thôi là nó sẽ chảy lắm luôn á. Okay. Alright, so that's the differences between the two. So my conclusion for this is the odorless. If you choose odorless to be your monomer to work with, keep in mind it is it's runnier versus, you know, the traditional monomer. It's not as runny as the other one. Okay, so if I were you, I will take less of the monomer liquid onto my brush. Otherwise it's going to be really runny. Okay, so that's the differences. So I'm gonna go into showing to you how to do the any questions so far? How to do the ombre? Okay, I have a sample stick right here. I can show you the ombre. Okay, we do have white, and we do have like the cover pink. So let's go into showing to you the ombre. Okay, và mình kết luận là mình chỉ đang nói về cái loại nước đắp bột mà không mùi của công ty KUPA thôi nha. Mình không nói đến những cái công ty khác thì quý vị phải thử nên quý vị mới biết được nha. Thành ra quý vị phải thử. Nếu mà nói về cái nước đắp bột của công ty KUPA, cái loại không mùi và cái loại traditional, thì cái hai cái đó thì cái loại mà không mùi nó sẽ chảy hơn là nó sẽ khó, nó lâu khô hơn mà nó chảy hơn, nên quý vị lấy cẩn thận, lấy ít nước mà thôi chứ đừng có lấy nhiều nước quá, nó sẽ chảy nha quý vị. Và sau đây mình sẽ vô trong cái phần là ombre. Chỉ cái này là phần thêm thắt cho quý vị thôi nhé. So since you guys ask, I I respond. So that's the differences between the odorless and the traditional. Let's play with the traditional. Last week we already gotten into that, and this week let's play with the odorless. Okay, odorless, and I'm gonna do an ombre now. With the monomer, odorless monomer and see. Okay, bây giờ mình sẽ làm thử bằng cái loại đắp bột, bằng cái loại nước không mùi nha quý vị, nước đắp không mùi, nước bắp bột không mùi mà mình làm bằng ombre, thử xem coi nó như thế nào nhé. I'm gonna use the odorless and I'm gonna do the traditional. Not traditional, the odorless monomer to do the ombre. Okay, I have white right here, and I have the pink, cover pink. Okay, let's do this. What do you guys want to see next week so that I can prepare myself? Okay, all right, let's scoop up one acrylic bead, turn it over, tap, make sure that we got it all. Okay, it turns really shiny once it's like sits on, it takes longer, but it's still runnier than the traditional. Okay, I'm using this runnier. Okay, if you guys like the odorless, then you can use the odorless. We have it available. If you're asking me what kind of monomer I like to use, I would love the traditional, but it depends on what kind of nail I wanted to produce. Let's say for the 3D design, we do have the 3D monomer as well, and that 3D monomer, what it does is that it dries faster, even faster than the traditional, so that you can also do the 3D as well. Okay, and I will throw in today doing the 3D flower real quick. So with the 3D monomer, so we have 3 different monomer to compare to. Okay, all right, just make sure that you have that nice and kind of slided, elevated slope when we go toward. And sometime if we want to go that far, then on the stiletto you can use your finger and kind of just right there to make it really, really pointy. Okay, so that the first bead is on there like that. That's the odorless. Đây là cái nước đắp bột mà không mùi nha quý vị. Mình thử để mình xem một tí nữa, Mia cũng sẽ bỏ vào cái loại nước đắp bột mà nước đắp bột 3D thì mình sẽ làm cái hoa, thì cái đó nó sẽ khô nhanh lắm nha quý vị. Okay, alright, so what do I do next? Flatten it. Okay, cái này cái đầu mình phải đánh dẹp ra nha quý vị, giữa hai cái cục bột khác nhau là mình phải đánh dẹp ra nha quý vị, để nó không có bị ngấn. Khi mình làm ombre, đặc biệt là lúc mà làm ombre hoặc là làm fill, mình không muốn có một cái đường nó cái ranh giới giữa hai cái cục bột là không nên nha quý vị. Phải làm, nếu mà làm thật là đẹp là mình không có cái đường ngấn đó. When you do fills as well, just like get in the habit of flatten this area, the one that between the two acrylic beads. You don't want that fill line to be appeared and then too plain, like too vivid like that. You want to flatten this. Okay, once you flat this line, and then you can go in for the second bead, and that bead will not, will cover this one, this first one. So that's why I flatten it and make it kind of not visible. And also this gap right here, when you do fills, let's say you have this much of grow out, okay, this part right here, you want to roughen it and then flatten this down. Okay, this is the grow out part and it moves out. You make sure you flatten this to where it's not bolded up and like a to be like a bumper right here. Once you have a big vivid bumper right here, then it is not good. When you place in you fill in this gap, you're gonna see that filling line, and I don't ever want to see that on my client nail, so that you can see the steps, kind of line, filling lines all the way down. We want to flatten that and just make it invisible. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and use this acrylic bead right here on top of it. And I like to use a couple of beads instead of just one bead fits all. I can do that too, but I don't like it to, I want the blend to be perfect blending. Okay, so let's say that's the second bead going in. Okay, so you see, if we just put a small bead on top of that line, you still see that that line right there. So I'm going in for another one. Mia thường dùng hai cục để mà làm ombre, vì nếu mà mình làm một cục cũng được, nhưng mà quý vị phải giữ lại cho nó thật là dày ở trên này để nó che cái đường này, và nó làm một cái tả bóng từ cái màu đỏ sang cái màu trắng nha, hoặc là hai cái màu nào cũng được, nhưng mà cái màu đậm thường mình để ở bên dưới. Okay, so another one going in. Okay, and there you are. Let's spread the love. This is the odorless that I'm working with. There you are. How you guys doing this morning? How you guys doing? And then we can go in for another one. This is very runny. Okay, and then we're gonna go in until you don't see that line anymore. Okay, you see that? So I don't, we're going, and I still see that little bit of a shadow. So you can go in there until that shadow is going away and build that apex for yourself. And you see, when you move that, it's still moving. You see that? It means it's runnier, much runnier than the traditional, so that you know. Okay, there you are. Now it's gone. Okay, this is how I want it to be. Okay, it's still running. Okay, nếu mà mình chọn làm mình chọn cái loại mà nước đắp bột mà không mùi nha quý vị, nó khó làm hơn nha quý vị, vì nó chảy nhiều hơn nha, mình phải đợi lâu hơn một tí. Okay, okay, there you are. To achieve the you know, the ombre between these two colors, so that you know if we're using the odorless, it takes longer for it to set. Okay, so that you know. Okay, let's it's still possible. It's just that is you have to work harder for it to, you have to wait for it to set. Okay, but something got to give. If you want to use something more safe, we still have them. It's just like be more patient with it. Okay, you see that, the ombre, all right, the ombre in between the two. And of course, let's zoom out a little bit for me please. Cái này là cái mà mình làm ombre, nhưng mà quý vị nên nhớ là khi mà mình làm với lại cái loại nước đắp bột mà không mùi thì nó khó hơn. Que bonita. Oh, so Blanca, hola, ¿cómo estás? Muchas gracias. Okay, so all right, so that's how we do that. Okay, nếu mà mình làm ombre bằng hai cái màu này thì nó sẽ là như vậy, một cái Saludos desde Mexico. Saludos de what is that, from the US. Buenos Status. Okay, okay, let's see. Okay, so now you see the differences between the two monomers. Okay, one from the odorless monomer versus traditional monomer. Okay, the two, you don't want to mix them together, by the way. You just choose one product that's easier to work with. For those of you who, like, you know, in the environment where you want to work with odorless only, please pick up your brush with, you know, less monomer, because the odorless will be very runny. Okay, nếu mà mình chọn làm cái loại không mùi thì cái loại không mùi quý vị nên lấy ít nước lại nhé. Còn nếu không thì nó sẽ chảy rất là, nó chảy hơn là cái traditional. So as winter is coming, for both of those of you who's in the colder climate, please keep in mind, take less of the monomer, pick up less monomer. I mean, dab it to the side of the dapping dish, and kind of take less of that, and sit in, you know, like this acrylic powder. You want to place your brush in there after picking up some monomer. Just make sure you go in and just, you know, let's say for this one, for the traditional, okay, take a look at it. Okay, so dab in the dish right here. Okay, and you take it to the side. Okay, and the colder climate that you have in the salon or the studio, or, you know, that you're working, your environment is too cold or something, then you want to dab it more, take it less, you know, push it toward the side so that you get less monomer onto your brush. Okay, and then once you sit in here and get your acrylic bead, you want to sit in there for a few more seconds until it turns shiny like that. Then you're ready to work with. your acrylic. Okay, let's okay, let's do this. You pick it up, okay, and then you turn it over and it turns shiny. Then we're ready to apply onto that thing, and look how it's like really easy to control. Okay, nếu mà cái thời tiết ở trong cái salon của quý vị và cái mùa này nó đã bước vào cái mùa nó lạnh hơn thì cái bột của mình nó sẽ bị gì quý vị? Nó sẽ bị chảy nha. Thì nếu mà nó bị chảy thì quý vị lấy ít nước lại và mình giữ cái khi mà mình lấy một cái cục bột thì quý vị nên giữ cái cây cọ của mình, lúc mà nó bám vào bột, nó bám vào thì quý vị cho nó ở trong đó thêm 1-2 giây nữa rồi hãy lấy ra nha, rồi lật ngược cái cọ để mà chi? Để mà nó chín bột hơn và mình có thể điều khiển nó nhiều hơn. See? This is the traditional este. Okay. And then there's another one right here. Okay. Turn it over. You see how shiny it gets? And then we're gonna go in. You see how it's like really controllable right there. Okay. Okay. See? Right here. Okay. You see it's getting dry, so you have to really fast. If you just pick up enough like that, then you have to use the body of the brush, even it out, okay? Even it out, okay? That means I get the brush really dry already. My acrylic beads starting to have that thing, so that therefore we might have to go in for the second one and fix that, okay? Right there, and brush it up and even it out, okay? Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. We can do that, okay? We can do that. So, nếu mà cái cục bột nó khô quá thì mình phải chữa lửa như thế nào? Thì cái cách mới vừa làm rồi, mình đặt lên một cái tí xíu bột nữa và mình sẽ làm nó như thế nha quý vị. So, you see, it's not that hard. You just have to get familiar with whichever the monomer that you guys pick to do. Please, you have to get to know and control your monomer, okay? It's not about the ratio, to tell you the truth, because nobody gonna squeeze out your brush and say, hey, this is 50% of that, and versus the other one is the liquid, and the other one, if you can do two liquid, then we can do the percentage. But if you're doing between monomer and the liquid and the powder, how do you put it on the scale every single time? It's no way that you can do that, okay? So I have the ombre and I have that one, okay, versus that, okay? This is the ombre, okay? Đây là hai cái khác nhau. This ombre made by the Odorless. This one made by the traditional monomer, okay? Alright, hai cái khác nhau nha quý vị. Cái ombre này là Mia đã làm đắp từ cái, và nó cũng chưa có khô hẳn nha quý vị. Nó cần nhiều thời gian để khô hơn là cái thằng mà traditional nha. Hai bên nó khác nhau, hai cái loại nước đắp bột khác nhau nha quý vị. Một cái là không mùi, một cái là traditional. Okay. Okay. So I have answered your question. And Marianne, are you still in the house? Vivica, are you still in the house? Please tell me next time, what would you like to see? De nada. De nada. So the thing about next time here, okay? Can you please tell me what would you like to see next for the next demo? Okay, I hope I answer your question, whomever that asking me about the differences between the two monomers. One is traditional monomer versus the odorless monomer. Okay, đó là sự khác biệt giữa hai cái nước double khác nhau nha quý vị. And then I also not just showing you the differences between the two monomers, how it behaves, but yet I also tell you how to pick up the acrylic bead and how to take less or more. Okay, if you think, you just have to get familiar with your monomer, and you have to get familiar with all that, otherwise it won't be able to do the job that you have to get to know and be able to control your acrylic versus the monomer. There's no such thing called like, well, in my opinion, okay, I know there are those of you out there who's the instructors out there saying the monomer ratio between the monomer versus the powder. However, you cannot place a percentage on, if you go from liquid to liquid, then I understand you can do the percentage of that, but you cannot put the percentage versus something solid base versus something liquid. You can't put it on the scale and say, hey, I want 50% of this, and the other one, when you're placing your acrylic brush into the monomer and then pick up an acrylic bead. Now, those are different. You have to somehow take more or less. It's up to how much you place it on there. You just dab it to the side of your dabbing dish, and you take less. If you see how runny it is, you have to test it out and get familiar with your monomer versus your acrylic, and depending on the weather inside your salon as well. So I hope I answer your question, and once you get familiar and be able to control your monomer and versus the acrylic, then your job will be much easier. And I at any time that you guys want me to answer your question, please go ahead and address that to us, and I will definitely help you out with what I know. Okay, and if you have no request for next time, I will combine between the encapsulation of some, since we're heading toward all kinds of holidays toward the end of the year, and it's kind of scary to think that now Halloween is coming, and what's the major one? Halloween, and then what else are we? Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. There are three major ones coming before we celebrate a new year, and I'm sure if you go to different places, it's already displaying Christmas already. So I'm gonna walk into that slowly. However, we're gonna get into Christmas. No Christmas yet. Still like mass semanas. Okay, so I think let's see, yeah, mass semanas. However, we will get into Christmas and all that, but we have to get to Halloween's first. So I'm gonna slowly get into the Halloween's mode, since we already go toward the mid the 2/3 of September already. Let's get into bats and all that Halloween stuff, and we'll go from there. I will show you how to do the Halloween theme and whatnot, okay? And using the encapsulations for different things. So next week, I will do the encapsulation of the some of the glitter and walled into maybe bat design. Alright. So tuần tới chúng ta sẽ bắt đầu bước vào chính thức bước vào mùa thu, rồi mùa lễ hội Halloween, rồi lễ tạ ơn và Noel. Thì chúng tôi sẽ bắt đầu giới thiệu cùng quý vị và hướng dẫn quý vị, nếu mà quý vị nào chưa có biết về những cái design, và mình sẽ bước vào cái mùa lễ hội Halloween nhé, và mình sẽ bắt đầu mình làm về cái đó để cho quý vị có thêm những cái ý tưởng, hoặc là cái cách làm như thế nào và dễ như thế nào, những cái rất là đơn giản thôi, để quý vị có thể kiếm tiền thật là nhanh gọn lẹ nhé. So my job is to show you how to use KUPA products and how to make it easier in your salon, and we're gonna vault into the Halloween designs and whatnot, and we'll go from there so that we can make money easy, nice, fast. Okay, time is money, so therefore I hope you start racking up and start buying, then we have enough money to buy Christmas presents for yourself, your family, your loved ones, and all that. All right, so hope to see you next time, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Cảm ơn quý vị đã đến cùng chúng tôi ngày hôm nay, và mong quý vị có một cái tuần lễ mới thật là thành công, và hẹn gặp lại quý vị trong chương trình kỳ tới. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here with me this morning, and hope you have a good the rest of this good Sunday, and then vault into a better week, and hope you have a successful week, and keep in mind the holidays are coming up, and so get yourself ready, and take care of yourself and each other. Until next time, thank you so much.